We've been getting various Blade Runner treats in the form of comic books and animated series. Now it is time for a grand one, the Blade Runner 2099 miniseries, which is going to be premiered in Amazon Prime Videos. The makers have been expertly keeping the premise a secret, teasing us with small details of this series for a long time, and we have very little information about the upcoming saga. We have compiled all the information we have known so far for you in this video, so let's understand what this series is going to offer us, shall we? But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means an awful lot. Thank you, and let's begin. Is it a prequel or a sequel? Blade Runner 2049 turns 7 this year, and despite its sensational critical acclaim, it was a huge flop at the box office. Still, the universe didn't stop expanding into different media franchises, be it the animated spin-off called Blade Runner Black Lotus or Titan Comics miniseries. How can we forget the 2022 Blade Runner 2039? The 2017 film was a follow-up to the 80s Blade Runner, which was loosely based on the 1968 sci-fi novel Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. These films takes us to a dystopian world where there's little distinction between AI and humans. As the androids develop self-awareness, they go rogue and escape from the off-world colonies. Officers called Blade Runners are employed to hunt down and retire the androids illegally living on Earth. We are thrown into the themes of identity and life, forced to question our beliefs in humanity and free will in a doomed world. The upcoming miniseries is set 50 years into the future, following the events of Blade Runner 2049, hence, it is definitely a sequel. Let's jog our memories about Blade Runner 2049. It starts 30 years after the events of the first Blade Runner film. A Blade Runner named Officer K is used to effortlessly retire the androids. Everything changes for him when he finds the remains of an android that had died during a C-section, indicating that this android had given birth 28 years ago. He starts feeling puzzled as killing someone who was not born is not what their protocol was about. Still, his supervisor orders him to hunt down and kill the child, who must be around 28 years old now, citing that the knowledge that the replicants can reproduce could bring war between humans and androids who are already not so fond of each other. The deceased android turns out to be Rachel from the last film, who had a relationship with the Blade Runner Rick Deckard, as the couple fell in love and went rogue. Kay finds Rick in his hideout and learns that he doesn't even know the gender of his child. Rick has entrusted the safety of his child to Nexus 8 fugitives before he went into hiding. Kay now decides to go against his protocol and does almost everything to help the Nexus 8 rebellion. He fights off and kills a Wallace Corporation android named Love and gets mortally wounded. The film ends with the concluding fates of the main characters as Kay stages Rick's death to protect him from Wallace Corporation and helps him meet his daughter, Dr. Anna Stelline, while he awaits his death on the steps of Stelline's office. It is hard to decipher if any of these previous events will have any relevance in the upcoming series, as it is set 50 years into the future. It is unlikely that we will see any of the old cast, well, maybe in the flashbacks, but we can only keep guessing. Expected plot details. The official plot has remained a mystery, just like most things regarding this upcoming series, but it can be fairly speculated that the cruel Wallace Corporation isn't going anywhere. This renowned replicant manufacturer is probably going to represent a major threat to the rebellious replicants, who in the 2049 film were secretly forming a resistance against the corporation. Even though it is 50 years later, the resistance can still be prominent, as the problem doesn't seem to be that easily solved in these storylines. Although nothing official has been declared, there has been hush-hush talk about the upcoming story, which you can also take with a grain of salt. Apparently, in this faraway future of 2099, we're going to be taken back to Los Angeles, the most important city after New York, according to Hollywood. Here, we will be seeing through the eyes of a character named Cora. She has been on the run all her life to protect her brother and is forced to adopt various identities to remain hidden like a chameleon. In one of her final adopted identities, she ends up teaming up with a Blade Runner named Alwyn, who is also confronting her own problems, like the seeming end of her life. They are met with more intricate problems as they get thrown into larger conspiracies that uncover some existential threat to Los Angeles. Although the plot can't be confirmed, the creators have hinted that the series is going to have a lot in common with Brave New World. Hence, the theory of the Wallace Corporation still existing seems more likely to occur. Who knows, it might even open up into a raging war between the replicant resistance and the corporation. Still, we can only wait for the trailer and the plot synopsis to release before running our imaginations wild and getting our hopes high. Who are the major casts and crew? Filmmaker Ridley Scott, who originally brought Philip K. Dick's novel into the big screen, is coming back. His company, Scott and Free, is going to be teaming up with Amazon for the production of the miniseries. Silke Louise, famous for Shining Girls, is the lead executive producer, the showrunner, and the creator. Originally, the Game of Thrones director Jeremy Podeswa was going to be directing the series, but he departed from the position after some scheduling issues following the WGA and SAG strikes. Hence, the first 2 episodes are set to be directed by the 2-time BAFTA nominee Jonathan Van Tulleken, who also directed the pilot for the Shogun TV series. Some of the other executive producers include Michael Green, Andrew Kosovi, Broderick Johnson, Clayton Kruger, and Ben Roberts. Although we are still in the dark about the entire onboard cast, we have information about some of the remarkable actors joining the team. Michelle Yeoh. She is a Malaysian actress who came to prominence when she played a Chinese agent in the 1997 James Bond film Tomorrow Never Dies. Even before that, she rose to fame in Hong Kong doing action films where she performed her own stunts. Hence, she is no stranger to the action and sci-fi genres. We've also seen her outstanding performances in films like Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, which gained her the Academy Award for Best Actress in a Leading Role, Star Trek Discovery, and even the romantic comedy Crazy Rich Asians. She's going to be playing the lead role named Olwen, the Blade Runner we've talked about in the plot assumption section. Olwen is a replicant who, according to Variety magazine, is about to expire, or you may say retire. Hunter Schafer. Known as Jules in the infamous TV show Euphoria, Hunter Schafer is also going to be joining the team as a leading lady. Beside Euphoria, the 25-year-old actress has given remarkable performances in Kinds of Kindness, Cuckoo, and The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. According to rumors, she's going to play the aforementioned Cora, and we're bound to believe in those rumors coming from Hollywood insider Daniel Richman, who better than Hunter to shapeshift into different chameleon identities. Demetria Bold. The 2 leading ladies will be joined by Demetria Bold, who was born in Jamaica and raised in Germany. He is famous for his role as Reaper in the film The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. He was also seen in Beck and Rent Sheriff, Love Addicts, and The Warrior Nun. His role in the upcoming series remains unspecified. Other confirmed casts with unspecified roles include Lewis Gribben. He is a Scottish actor from Glasgow who made his debut as a dealer in 2017 in T2 Trainspotting. He went on to appear in various projects like Get Duke, Generation Z, The Damned, and Masters of the Air. His leading role in Hulu's 2022 Somewhere Boy TV series won him a Screen Daily Rising Star Award. Caitlin Rose Downey. She is an Irish actor who is going to make her sci-fi debut with Blade Runner 2099. She has been in various fantasy and action genre projects like The Princess and The Nun 2. She also appeared in the main role of a crime series named Clean Sweep. Daniel Rigby. He is an English actor and comedian who received a BAFTA TV award for his leading role in the film Eric and Ernie, where he played Eric Morecambe. He has appeared in many films and TV shows, one of the most remarkable being his role as Jamie Salter, an unhappy comedian in a Black Mirror Season 2 episode called The Waldo Moment. Another one of his outstanding performances is marked in the dark comedy show Flowers. Johnny Harris. He is a 2-time BAFTA Award nominee and has appeared in various grand films like Atonement, Snow White and The Huntsman, A Gentleman in Moscow, London to Brighton, Rock and Rolla, and Great Expectations. We can only imagine the brilliance he will bring into the Blade Runner series. Amy Lennox. She is known for playing Chloe Goddard in a UK medical drama called Holby City, which ran from 1999 to 2022. Talk about commitment. She also appeared in films like Never Let Me Go and Wrong Turn. Sheila Atim. She is an Ugandan-British actress, singer, and playwright who had her acting debut in a musical named The Lightning Child at Shakespeare's Globe, which was a musical written by her teacher, Che Walker. Following this, she has showcased strong performances in films like The Woman King, Bruise, All the Dirt Roads Taste of Salt, Constellations, and has also appeared in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Matthew Needham. Do you guys remember him? It is Larys Strong from House of the Dragon. Aside from this popular role, he has worked in the BBC medical drama Casualty, The Ritual, Stutterer, Chernobyl, Great Expectations, and many other projects. He has also starred in Ridley Scott's 2023 film Napoleon and is presumed to have a recurring role in the upcoming miniseries. Tom Burke. Burke was confirmed to be joining the Blade Runner cast by Deadline magazine. He is an English actor well known for the dramedy Mank, where he portrayed Orson Welles. His other noticeable portrayals can be seen in The Souvenir, Strike, The Wonder, War and Peace, The Musketeers, and the most remarkable of all, in Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Maurizio Lombardi, an Italian actor, stage director, and playwright, best known in America for playing Inspector Pietro Ravini in the Netflix and HBO thriller series Ripley. He has also been a prominent part of films like A Beautiful Rebel, Amusia, The Nest, and Princess. Although the roles these cast members are playing remain ambiguous, we can only expect the best with the genius artists the Blade Runner franchise has managed to gather. Do we have the release date? The production was initially set for 2023 in Belfast, Ireland, but due to the WGA strike, it was pushed further like many other creative projects. The filming finally began in May to June of 2024 with Scott Free Productions in the Czech Republic, and the show is expected to be released in 2025. Unfortunately, we have no information about the exact release date of the show. We can only assure you about its release on Amazon Prime Video, where it will be available to stream after its premiere. Marvelous verdict. Although the previous characters might not be joining the new storyline as it sets 50 years into the future, this series builds up the hope of giving us some solace to the reoccurring mystery behind Rick Deckard and ending the debate about him being a replicant or not. Some people say Blade Runner as a franchise shouldn't be given so many chances, but some are excited for the enchanting list of artists coming together and continuing this saga. What are your thoughts on the upcoming series? Which category do you fall into? The excited bunch or the meh ones? Let us know in the comments below. As always, if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.